Hey there, this is Donna Kozik, and I wanted to share some information for you about publishing your book. If you're seeing this video, you've been handpicked because you are in the general vicinity of getting your book published. And I kind of wanted to show you what will come after that content is created so then you can see it for yourself, and hopefully it'll kind of push you a little faster towards that finish line. So very dark in here. This is the greatest picture of me, so I'm just going to put it away for now. And we can focus on the information I have here. So what I'm going to do is show you the inside interior as it was formatted for Felina Hansen, a friend, a colleague of mine here in San Diego, and we did her book as part of our Done For You publishing company. And Felina was actually one of the 6 people who attended a live Write a Book in a Weekend that I did about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And that's when she started this book. And then I worked with her towards the end of the book too. So this is the title page. You can see Felina got her information here. And then this is her contents page. And Felina has this theme of peacocks. And so we added some little images and things like that. And you can see even here the whole font, everything kind of speaks to Felina and her brand and her audience of women entrepreneurs. So she has some quotes in her book. You can see how that looks a little bit different than what comes underneath. We inserted her handwritten signature here. So these are some of the little touches that we can do as part of our Done For You publishing program that are hard to do if, say, you're using the templates that come with my Write a Book in a Weekend program. So here's some of Felina's story. As you know, I'm big into including some of your story. Felina has a good one. She spent more than a few pages on this, or dedicated more than a few pages on this. I didn't even know this, but we had a picture in here for her. Mr. Peabody, the peacock. Yeah, she has quite the story. In fact, I know that she's done a few TEDx talks giving her story. She was in a horrible car accident, was hit by a fire truck, actually, where everything in the car was broken except the steering wheel. And her body, it was terrible. So she also grew up among a lot of animals. In any case, so you can see how this is laid out, and you might be seeing here, see how this over on the left-hand side, it's wider than the right-hand side. And then if you go to the next page, it's narrower on the left-hand side and more wide on the right-hand side. That's because of the gutter. So the ones that are higher or wider, those are the pages that this will be facing the inside of the spine of the book. That's why it's laid out that way. Oh yeah, there's her car. Crazy. So anyway, Felina and I worked on this from the beginning, from that Write a Book in a Weekend. And then in the end, I went through it several times with her, make sure everything was in order, kind of like what I probably do with you when we've talked about your manuscript, make sure it has good flow and everything like that. So then what comes after that for Felina was her cover design. And here is a bigger picture. Yeah, here's her cover design, of course, front cover on the right-hand side, back cover on the left-hand side as it wraps around the book. And we got her theme of peacocks in here. It's really quite the stunning cover, I think. We had a little back and forth with her with coloring and what the peacock would look like and everything. But she was happy with it in the end, and I think she should be. Note here too, like the title's nice and big, and then the next biggest thing on this page is her name. And so that's good. So if the book is kind of in a thumbnail, then you can see it that way. Then she has a quote from, or a testimonial from Allie Brown, and then here's her subhead too. And then her back covers, pretty much the formula that I give you, have a type of a headline here and bullet points, and then here's her bio. Oh, and she has instead of a starburst, she has this on the back to entice people to go to her website. And then this space here is where her UPC code goes, or UPC and the ISBN number. So that's what that looks like. I want to show you actually, though, what's even more exciting for Felina and a lot of people is what does it look like on Amazon? So here is her book on Amazon, and I bought it to help her with her book launch that she was doing. And so this is, kind of cool. You can see the front cover and the back cover. And we uploaded it for her to Amazon. It's part of our Done For You Publishing program. Especially, well, it's easiest, let me just put it this way. We try to do it for everybody, but it's easiest for people who live in the United States to get it uploaded this way. Another book that we did was Ken Wells and his 7 Pillars of Workplace Mastery. And let me show you a little bit. I think there could be a way I can make this bigger, but hopefully you can see it. You can look it up too on Amazon. Ken Wells, The 7 Pillars of Workplace Mastery. And I was looking, I couldn't find it, but we actually did several versions of this color in different colors. And one I liked was a dark red, but he liked this one the best, so we went with that. And then here's Ken's back cover. Again, similar kind of formula. He's big in this theme and the pillars, so he went with that. And then his photo, he had one of him in a tux, and I'm like, a little bit too wedding-like, Ken, so he went and got that one. I think that's very author-looking photo right there. A few other ones that we did, Linda Taylor, Living Outside the Borders. I actually worked with Linda on her book while she was in Guam. And then she came back to the US and we got it all printed up and everything for her. So this is her cover that she selected. And we kind of like design it together. We usually we ask some questions. What do you like in a cover? And then she responds to that in colors and everything. And then our cover designer, Susan, makes 2 or 3 copies. And then usually the final rendition is a variation. It's some elements of the first one or elements of the second one. And one more I wanted to show you was Claire Knowles. I actually wanted to show you this one first. This is her book, Lights On, A Reflective Journey. And maybe you've heard, I haven't told this story in a little while, but maybe you've heard me say it. Claire is the one actually who wrote her book while she was in the hospital. She took part and write a book in a weekend, and then she had these like heart palpitations or something. She and her husband were taking it together, Dick Knowles. And but she got a lot done in the hospital. And then a few weeks later, she finished up the book. She's fine. And then we had it go through our publishing program too. Actually, her husband's Dick Knowles, we had his book go through our publishing program as well. So Claire has actually, she has almost her whole book here on Amazon. It's a view of the Kindle edition. And so it's pretty nicely laid out. Kindle's a little bit different in layout than physical book. There's different things that you have to do to make sure it looks good on all bunch of Kindle readers. But yeah, this looks good. Claire's, she's kind of a natural, but I did go through and give her some suggestions on flow. And I remember there was something about this airplane story too. And just to make sure that the readers take her as the kind and generous and smart woman that she is. So that's one of Claire's books. And then she had us do another one too. This one she actually did with her daughter. Her daughter did the illustrations. And so this is kind of like a Who Moved My Cheese type book. And we printed for her with our publishing program. And I like this back cover that we did too. It's just like, it looks so sharp with the blue and the gray and the white and all of that. So anyway, a few examples of some of the people that we've worked with in our Done For You publishing program. And the reason I wanted to bring this to you today is because I realized that I forgot to tell you that the investment for the publishing program is going up. In fact, it went up last week. And I forgot to tell some of the people that I wanted to make sure that you knew about it, so you had an opportunity to get in at the lower investment. So for the next few days, I'm going to let you put down a deposit if you want to get in on the program. Well, and you can still secure a spot while it's a lesser price. So here's just, it's at the website is getsyoupublished.com, getsyoupublished.com, GETSPUBLISHED. Gets. Anyway, the main thing there is gets, GETS. A lot of people put just get you published, and it's gets plural. Anyway, if you go to that page, you'll see this. And this is just a little description of our Done For You Publishing program. If you wanted to see a longer description, you could go to doneforyoupublishing.com. But it includes an Are You Really Ready for Publishing manuscript review. That's where I give it my final kind of look-see to make sure that everything looks good and that you'll be presenting yourself well when you have that book out there. Expert interior layout and design. So that's that interior layout like I was showing you with Felina's book. We had the peacock feathers and stuff. So if you have, I mean, you don't need peacock feathers in yours, but if you have some kind of theme or something you want us to pull throughout your book, we can do that. Customized cover, not templates really, but we'll just kind of start from scratch for you. And then ISBN and universal product code, so those things that go on the back. CreateSpace account creation. So CreateSpace is the printing division of Amazon. And we used to use Lulu here, but now we use CreateSpace. They're just easier. I like their paper quality just a little bit better. And then also it's really easy, much easier for us to get your book on Amazon when we use CreateSpace. We'll put your physical book on Amazon to the best of our ability. Again, it's easiest if you're in the US for us to do that. We'll have 10 copies printed and delivered to your door. And actually, if you have time, like if you don't need your books for a speaking engagement, what we like to do is print one copy and send it to you to make sure that everything looks good, and then we'll get the other ones printed. And then free registration for upcoming Write a Book in a Weekend events, or you have access to me too, so I can help you get your book done. So what this does at getsyoupublished.com is let you put down a $500 deposit on the program itself. So that kind of holds your space. Not only does it hold your head of the line spot in the program, but it's going to lock you in at the investment of $3,000. Now the regular retail price is $5,000. This page hasn't been updated yet. Actually, this program, it's going to be $5,000, regular retail price $7,000. So it has gone up. I just haven't updated this page yet. But if you put your deposit down now, we'll honor what is right here. So you put down a $500 deposit, and that will lock you in for the investment of $3,000. So that's just a balance of $2,500. And you know what? And then that just kind of gets started when you turn your manuscript in. It's like, okay, we're ready to go with interior format and that. And you know what I'm going to do too? Two things. One is that if you want to take advantage of this $3,000 investment versus $5,000, I ask that you get this deposit filled out and turned into us by within a couple of days. Let's say within 48 hours, you get this to us. And secondly, I'm going to throw in Kindle formatting for you. So we'll include Kindle formatting. It doesn't come as part of the Done For You Publishing program, but just to sweeten the pot a little bit, give you a little extra incentive, I will also include Kindle formatting. And then, of course, if you want to come to a Write a Book in a Weekend virtual event, maybe to work on your book, maybe to kind of see how I do it. If you're a coach, you might be interested in seeing how I conduct the program, then you're more than welcome to come to one of those events. And here is some frequently asked questions and that. But if you have any questions, you could just ask me, my email address, and I'd be happy to answer them. So just again, to kind of wrap up, I wanted to give you a little sample of what we do as part of our publishing program. Sometimes it's kind of hard to explain, esoteric, and I'm like, I'll show you some of our clients. So we do things like we did for Felina, and like we did for Ken Wells, and like we did for Linda Taylor, and Claire Knowles. So a whole bunch of people. And really what we do is kind of take the technical publishing work out of your hands, and we take care of that for you. And so then you can get on with building your platform or getting speaking engagements or whatever it is that you want to do with your book. One more time, the website is getsyoupublished.com. I'll probably include it in an email that I send you. If you have any questions, just let me know. But I am just want to emphasize that I didn't let you know about the price increase. And I was kind of thinking, you know what, that was, I just kind of wanted to do that. But at the same time, it's like, I have to, this is what the new price is. It's $5,000. So I have to, honor that for everybody. I wanted to give you one last chance to lock in at this $3,000 investment. All you have to do is put down this deposit of $500. And if you do that within the next 48 hours, I will also include Kindle formatting for you. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. Until then, this is Donna Kozik. I'm founder of MyBigBusinessCard.com and creator and leader of the Write a Book in a Weekend program, and also the Done For You Publishing program is part of my company too. Thanks a lot. We'll see you in the bookstore.